citizens. Nuclear strike imminent. Exit the area at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your cooperation.
The formal gardens have always been the pride of White.
I think I heard a protectron bark the other day. Am I going crazy? I think we can make this place home for a lot of people. Yourself included.
Sir? Good morning.
If you're caught out and about with no place to go, the responders have an outpost in Flatwoods.
Coordinates 1814-2274-64-8. Repeat active.
Now that that's settled, did Miss Rucker have any other requests I could help with? Oh, well, hello, darling. A pleasure to meet another guest of our fine establishment. I am if you'll pardon me for just one that will be all. Please give my regards to Ms. Rucker. If you are here for leisure, I regret to inform you that a regular... However, if you are here for the refuge and the fine work of the lovely... Perhaps you have not heard. The White Spring is now home to... The refuge is being run by the responders. They founded the refuge in response to new waves of refugees coming. Food, medical care. Of course, dear. The owners of the White Spring itself. The result. Very much still alive, I assure you, though regrettably unable to oversee affairs in current circumstances. As such, now that we have new guests, they have sent me in their stead to take care of things. I couldn't be more pleased to do so. A delicious opportunity to be of help. Anyone in need of help, yes. You appear more well off than our usual guests, though, if I may say so. Less bedraggled than those poor souls. Armed. The refuge exists primarily to serve those who cannot help themselves. There is a clinic, a kitchen, beds, recreational facilities. I'm so pleased to be able to assist in my own small... Darling, I am entirely at your disposal.
Oh, how are we going to accommodate so many guests?
Darling, you must understand. A place like the White Spring had, indeed still had, as was always the case, the truly wealthy had advantages the common. As for the White Spring itself, the staff of top-of-the-line robotic servants secure... No, not by any prior arrangement. Perhaps you visited. Regular operation of the facilities had been stopped, of course, due to a lack of... The responders, believing it abandoned, took up residence. With new and worthy occupants, the management felt it wholly... Until such time as the world needs leisure resorts again. Me? Have I beguiled you all? You must allow me to retain some mystery for now, though. I wouldn't want you to lose. Perhaps we can talk more some other time. As I've said, I am the manager. In addition, on behalf of the management, they still have substantial resources. Of course, dear. What a wonderful thing for you to ask, darling. As it happens, the responders are looking for... Those industrious wonders have repaired a vertibird to full working order and are using it to make contact. They've made allies with people in Pittsburgh. The locals call it the Pit now, who seem to be in dire... If you don't mind me saying so, you look...
I heard about what happened in Morgantown.
Indeed, isn't that marvelous? They salvaged... I was very pleased to be able to contribute to this. If you wish to see it, it resides on the roof of the refuge between flights, along... They call themselves the Union. Something of a resistance movement, I understand, against more aggressive forces. One of their representatives is currently staying with us, a Mr. Skippy Rorich. Delight. Judging by what I've heard, it's an accurate one, sadly. Pittsburgh was bombed quite severely during the war. The poor individuals still living there have renamed it to better reflect. Well, they'll be better able to explain. Their contacts in the pit are in something of a desperate situation. I hate the thought of you putting yourself in such danger. Oh, you're terribly brave, aren't you, dear? Now, darling, before anybody bundles you off, the first thing you should do is introduce yourself to some of the responders. I just so happen to know a few in need of more local assistance and helping them. That other thing being, of course, their trust. The vertibird does belong to them, after all.
That miscreant from Kratos scratched my chassis on the way in. How...
Our lovely Ms. Rucker is the closest thing to a leader of the refuge. You can find her in their headquarters, beyond the dining area. The darling chef, Miss Rousseau, needs some assistance in the kitchen, I hear. And Ms. Wagner... Wonderful, my dear. When you are finished...
Coordinates 1814, 2274, 648. Repeat active.
What? Nothing but a problem. All it's doing is encouraging new people to come to Appalachia. Sickly. If they're too weak to make it on their own, then maybe they shouldn't be the ones to survive.
Is that even possible?
Who I am doesn't matter. I'm just here to keep an eye on things.
Takes a lot of chems to get thrown out of the Neapolitan, but we were riding the line. My confidant and I made the trip to cover the Showman's Games, world-renowned exercise in high-stakes barbarism. Few in the entertainment world could match. Instead, we spent most of our time getting hopped up on Daddy-O and chugging bourbon in the casino bar. Seemed a logical course of action. The games were notoriously deadly even for bystanders. Liquid courage and a head full of hallucinogens were the obvious defense. What we didn't count on was the devil's blood. We had never heard of this stuff, and for good reason. It's an AC specialty. We weren't supposed to have it. It wasn't meant for us, but for the real high rollers. The people who, even in a world ravaged by pestilence and war, still managed to come out on top. But we found a way. The exclusivity made it all the sweeter. Not because we aspired to that lifestyle. Quite the
Cleaning this
opposite.
place up actually gives me a sense of
Wanted to
peace.
soil the royal concoction inside our mangy, flea-ridden hides.
If you see anything that requires attention, do let me know.
Maybe I should visit that retreat place sometime, though I'm liable to break my back climbing around in those trees.
Repeat active.
Hey, sport. You wouldn't happen to be handy with an electrocompression spanner, would you? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you aren't. I invented the thing. Sorry to put you on the spot, kid. I'm Skippy Rorich, but you can call me Skip. I'm here on behalf of the Union. We're a band of loose-knit freedom fighters. We're looking to get our home back from a group of raiders called the Fanatics. Hoping Oh, don't worry about that thing. Barely works out. Oh, we're past the electro spanner. Consign it to the dustbin of history. I'm moving on to the hydrolo spanner. Much higher Not at all. Ask away. Can I? Of course. Will I? It's hell. What else can I say? What the bombs didn't... The air is choked with soot, the water is undrinkable, and the rads sear your skin like the sun. It's horrible, but it's home. No matter how bad it is. Before the war? Well, the Steel City, we called it. A center of industry. When the war rolled around, we built weapons, munitions, vertebrates. I suppose that's what made us a target, and left us... The Fanatics are a bunch of sadists, is what they are. They bill themselves as a confederation and say they take all comers for who or what they are. That's nonsense, of course. Just an empty slogan. Used...
Coordinates 1814-2274-648. Repeat active.
I heard about what happened in Morgantown. I know it was way back, but I'm glad they chose to send me somewhere safe.
Coordinates
Somewhere like that.
2274-648. Repeat active.
The water here's a little bland. Not enough rads to give it flavor. Stressed? Yeah, we all are.
We aim to provide a safe, clean environment for all our guests.
2274-648. Repeat active.
Pardon our dust.
Coordinates 1814-2274-648. Repeat active. Coordinates 1814-2274-648. Repeat active. Coordinates 1814-2274-648. Repeat active.
Repairs will be completed shortly. Thank you for your patience.
274-648. Repeat active. Coordinates 1814-2274-648. Repeat active. active. Coordinates 1814, 2274, 648. Repeat active.
Today's security status is red. Please take appropriate precautions.
74, 648. Repeat active. Coordinates 1814, 2274, 648. Repeat active. Coordinates 1814, 2274, 648. Repeat active.
I'm afraid today's matinee and evening movie screenings have been cancelled.
Coordinates 1814, 2274, 648. Repeat active. Coordinates 1814, 2274, 648. Repeat active. Coordinates 1814, 2274, 648. Repeat active.
It's funny what comes to mind at a time like this. When I was little, I used to come here with my grandfather. Every morning, we'd sit right here, have donuts, read the paper, just the two of us. Everything changes. They got rid of the donuts, and the staff, and the whole world. This spot, it's still here. Joyce did her best. They all did. Hope they make it out there. As for me, I'm going to stay right here, have one last donut. Whatever happens, happens. Everything changes, but in the end, I can't imagine a place I'd rather be.
Extremely rewarding, but boy, is it tiring.
Coordinates 1814, 2274, 648. Repeat active. Coordinates 1814, 2274, 648. Repeat active. Coordinates 1814, 2274, 648. Repeat active. Coordinates 1814, 2274, 648. Repeat active.
I think I heard a Protectron bark the other day. Am I going crazy?
Coordinates 1814, 2274.
My friends didn't want to join up with me. They said the responders sounded like too much work.
dash of this. A sprinkle of that. Perfection.
Good evening. Here for dinner. Please feel free to seat yourself.
My friend, I hope you will stop by and join us for dinner sometime. Oh, me? Oh, my absolute favorite. My papa and I would always make it together on cold winter. Perhaps if one were to bring... Oh, well, my papa was... I had dreams of owning my own restaurant one day. However, I just so enjoy making... I like to think that my meal brings... I spent so long just trying to survive all by myself. I knew the responders here would have many mouths to feed. I figured it would... Life feels true. Of course! It is such a... Oh, Orlando? What a sweet... I feel so blessed to... I've never met anyone. I am so glad that he helped lead all these people away from... I hope that they can find some rest. No one here works harder than Rucker. If I didn't chase her down, I don't think she would ever eat. She's truly a wonderful... Sure, whatever you'd like.
Oh, I can't wait until dinner.
Help yourself to a table. Someone will be right over.
It's been sunny all week. I love it.
We could always use an extra hand around here.
Don't bother talking to that person from Crater. Nasty bunch, aren't they? Need anything?
Ellison needs to access his comm. God damn. Hope you're here about the supplies I ordered. Wait. No, that's someone else. It's supposed to be tomorrow. Ah, Lord, I need a nap. Been a long time coming, but the responders are back. For good this time.
Coordinates 1814-2274-64-8.
If you see anyone struggling out in Appalachia, be sure to tell them about the White Spring.
Robot butlers. Is this a refuge or a palace?
Coordinates 1814.
The folks don't join the responders for caps. They join to make a difference.
It ain't broke? Then double check. It's probably broke.
Coordinates 1814-2274-64-8. Repeat active. Coordinates 1814-2274-64-8. Repeat active.
Helping people is our chief mission. The cool uniforms are just a nice bonus.
Coordinates 1814-2274-64-8. Repeat active.
I could really use a drink. But Rucker wants us sober on the job.
Coordinates 1814-2274-64-8. Repeat active.
Management will be pleased to hear of
Orlando
all the
is
activity
very
here.
charming. But to be honest with you, I'm not really sure why they're helping us.
Coordinates 1814-2274-64-8. Repeat active.
A safe haven.
Glad to see you
trying to help others.
I believe we were discussing you.
Died and gone to heaven. Or hell.
My dear, you must understand. I am but. I hope. In an ideal. I don't want to speak for the responders, but your assistant.
I wish they'd tell us what all of those construction workers are up to. Look at what a mess they're making.
Coordinates 1814 2274 648. Repeat active.
Glad to see you I believe we were I'm so sorry to hear you say that, darling. Should you change your mind, come find me.
I'm still getting used to sleeping with both eyes closed.
I hear the White Spring is in shambles. A mess. How can I clean that which continues to dirty itself? The better question is, what is right? If the responders have taken over the White Spring, imagine all of the dirt. I am but a humble servant of the White Spring Resort. Or I was, back when it's some sort of relief effort. If only the... That would be the enigmatic Orlando. They oversee the White Spring and are allowing... I do apologize for... Good day to you. Or it would be a good...